men are draining by default.
What's happening right now is bigger than just toxic relationships or bad men. This is about energy harvesting. This is about spiritual warfare on feminine energy. But more importantly, this is also about the toxic relationships that we have with ourselves, the ones that leave us susceptible to being drained, used, and manipulated. Because before anyone can take from you, before anyone can drain you, there is always an open door. And for so many women, that door is self-doubt, overgiving, lack of boundaries, and the belief that love must be earned through sacrifice. And let me be clear, this is not about attacking men. Save your comments. This is about awakening women. This is about breaking free from cycles that were never meant to serve you, because when a woman is drained, when she is exhausted, when she is stuck in cycles and patterns of overgiving, she cannot create, she cannot manifest, she cannot step into her full power. So today we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about spiritual warfare on feminine energy and why some men don't want love, they want power, and how it's not just them, it's us too. It's the unhealed parts of us that allow this cycle to continue. But once you see the game, I promise you can't unsee it. Let's get started.
I say this with full love for men, but the reality is that men are draining by default. That the default assumption that you need to make for a man in your life is that he is not the source. In fact, he is draining. He is draining by default. He is going to drain your time, your energy, your compassion, and your love. He is going to drain your beauty and your youth and all the resources that you have. Men are draining by default. Even the best men I know are tremendous amounts of labor and tremendous amounts of risk. That just having a man in your life is going to bring you more labor. It's going to be your domestic labor, your emotional labor, your spiritual labor, because as women, we are the source, which means that we are giving by default. Women bring value to men by default, by all that we pour into them naturally, that we give to their well-being, to the beauty, to the joy, to their every single aspect of their experience in life. A woman by default, just your average run-of-the-mill woman, not even trying that hard, maybe not even that invested. By default, the default setting of woman is to bring value. Just you hugging a man, just you paying attention and listening to a man, just you caring for a man, let alone all the things that I'm sure you probably are so thoughtful and so considerate and so generous and so giving and spend so much time coaching him and counseling him and loving him and lifting him up. All these things by default without even trying, we do. Not to mention, you're going to be making his health better, his house better. You're going to be introducing him to your friends. You're going to be giving him fun, amazing things to be doing on the holidays. You might be giving him children so he's not alone in his old age. You're going to be amplifying his status in the eyes of his coworkers, his colleagues, other women. He is touch-starved. He is lonely. No one is paying attention to him except you. Because you are doing these things, he has that in his life, and that is so valuable, and men are draining by default. They are going to take your time, your energy, your love. And the way that they counterbalance this is if a man starts pouring back into you by appreciating you as the source. That is how this is balanced, is a man who recognizes that you are the source and pours into you, sees you, loves you, uplifts you, appreciates you. And that is the only way that this value exchange is made right and true and honest, is by him recognizing you as a source, appreciating you for everything that you're doing, and honoring that sacred exchange.
Men are always harvesting your energy, girl. Once you become aware of that, you're going to finally start valuing your own time. You're not just going to let it get wasted by any guy who gives you attention, any low value, dusty dude who is all words, no action, doesn't provide anything of value to you in your life. Listen, even in the workplace, this happened to be so many times where male coworkers, managers, bosses, literally, your presence alone just making eye contact, just listening to them. I mean, girls, how many times have you had male friends, male coworkers, just men in general, talk to you, dump stuff on you, talk through their problems, treat you like the therapist? Just by your presence alone, just by listening, existing is healing for them. And they will take it. If you keep giving it away for free, they will keep taking it from you. And this is why when you're dating, you have to be really careful. Only entertain men or spend time with men, or even texting. Men can harvest your energy when you freaking text with them. They could be across the globe. They could literally be in another dimension, and they could harvest your energy through your attention, through your aura, just your consciousness. If you put your consciousness and you think about that man at all, he is harvesting something from you. Okay, mark my words. When you realize this, like I did, girl, you're going to become free. You know why? Because all of the energy, all of the attention you were giving away to these men, you're finally going to be able to turn that energy back to yourself and nurture yourself, level yourself up, heal yourself. So don't entertain men who don't show through action that they want to provide for you something in your life, something tangible. Do not give your energy away to men for free.
Have you noticed that no matter how much you love a man, if he leaves and you're home alone, you automatically perk up a little bit? You kind of like settle back into yourself and you're like, this feels good. Whereas if you go on a trip and your guy's home alone or he's just kind of hanging out by himself, he gets all sad and withered. It's because you feed him with your energy. This is why I hate 50-50 rhetoric. We have wombs. We are literally creative energy. We have the ability to create life. Like, we nourish them, we help them manifest, we raise their vibration in ways that they will never be able to reciprocate. As women, we can give it to each other, which is why when you're hanging out with your girlfriends, you can kind of tell sometimes when you're like gazing into your girlfriend's eyes, we nurture each other in a way that men are never able to do for each other or us. It is so important to have a partner who makes your 3D existence super zen so that you can raise yourself in the 5D and replenish yourself as well as him. Because you will be needing to replenish yourself more often if you're living with a man. A great man will create a super comfortable life for you and allow you to reach places spiritually, mentally, emotionally that were never possible prior. But a man that doesn't see your value will feed off your energy, become more successful, have a better time manifesting things. He won't appreciate you for it, and the whole time he'll be like, well, what were you doing this entire time? When really, like, his success happened because of you. Why you feel so much lighter when you break up with a man? It's because he was harvesting your energy. I mean that.
No. That's scratching the surface. We haven't even gone as deep as that goes. And let me explain. Men alter your life so much, and it's not even intentional. Like, this is just what happens. You can deny it all you want to, but it has shown, even in the strongest women, dealing with a weak man will change your life financially, physically. And no, it's not all of them. It's just those ones that suck you dry. You can't do anything for yourself. You're always worried about them. They can't do anything on their own. They can't take care of you financially. They can't do anything for you. They're sucking you dry, toxic, all those things. Those kind of men. Now, those strong masculine men that are taking care of you and allowing you to be feminine, those men, they take a small portion from you, but they also fill it back up. It's totally different. Even sexually, when you're having intercourse with a guy who is toxic, or he's on a different frequency than you, he's on a different level than you start to become him. Yeah. You start to become everything that he is. If he's fighting demons, you're going to start fighting them. If he's depressed, you're going to start getting depression. If he's anxious, you're going to start feeling a little nervous every single time. And I was talking to one of my sisters and I was like, why every time I have a downfall in life, I was in a relationship every time. And every time I was single, I was my best self. I mean, I created some of the most beautiful things when I was celibate. I think there's more to be studied about this, but I do see a lot of women are waking up, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Ladies, dealing with the wrong man will make you look old. You can be 30 years old and look 50. That man stressing you out, pulling all your energy, taking away your spirit. You always sad, stressed out, your hair falling out. And y'all still be with these men because he nice. He got money. He used to be nice. See, all you think about the good time. What about the bad time? You always having a bad time, but he bring you some roses and candy, give you some money, now you feel good. But do you feel good mentally? Do you feel good spiritual though? What about your soul though? What about you though? You're not caring about yourself. You let somebody beat on you, push you around every day. Every time you try and do something for them, they don't like it. They push you to the ground and step on you. But every time you do something nice, you go right back to hell. You keep on dealing with the devil, you're going to ruin your whole future. Some of y'all women ruin your whole job, dropped out of school for a man, got pregnant by a man that wouldn't help you out. Now you're suffering. You got to know when to stop and know when to let go.
The older we get, y'all got to let them men go. It's people without a degree today because of a man. I don't think we understand that men can actually and categorically ruin your life. So we're sitting down saying, oh yeah, he's so toxic. No, he can ruin your life. It's so many people today who aren't where they want to be, haven't reached the goals that they wanted to reach, and, basically were deterred in life because of a man. So when people are on this app telling y'all, hey y'all, choose wisely, hey y'all, don't be desperate, hey y'all, don't settle, it's more than just having a good man or being in a good relationship or being in a healthy relationship. This is your life. Like, get in the field about it, get serious about it. Protect your future, protect your goals and ambitions. When you have a toxic man around you, it can literally be the end of you.
A lot of men like women, but they don't like feminine energy. Because feminine energy leans on masculine energy, and you need to be masculine to be able to deal with that shit. Because let's think about it. At the surface, a woman is very playful. She's very intuitive. She's very empathetic. There's so many things to love about a woman at the surface. But after all of those things, she then goes to being vulnerable. And then she surrenders. And then she leans on a man. She then depends on a man. She then becomes insecure about her man. She then becomes emotional about her man. And those are all qualities that a real masculine man should be able to deal with. Because when you masculine, you don't mind communicating because you're ambitious. And when you're ambitious, you're goal-driven, you're action-driven, you're doing-driven. So if you have real ambition towards taking care of the woman that's around you, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing but another challenge. But masculinity is confused as being these big dog, macho man-ass people. No, masculine energy is all predicated on feminine energy. And if you can't deal with feminine energy, then you're not really that masculine. Masculine ain't no macho man shit. It's being able to be the problem solver for all of the problems that the feminine have. And that's what the feminine energy is, being the problem solver for all of the problems that the masculine have. So it goes hand in hand. But I do feel like there's a lot of lust attached towards women rather than love attached to women, because if there was real love there, then you wouldn't have no issue dealing with a woman's qualities when she really taps into them. So if you don't like feminine energy, then you're just not masculine.
Name one thing we underestimate about men.
How strategic and smart they are. I always say love yourself because, baby, a man can sense when you don't. And a lot of low quality men go for women exactly like that, because when he can tell you don't love yourself, he knows that there's room for you to love him more. And baby, when you love a man more than you love yourself, you tolerate more shit, like him cheating on you, not having a job, driving your car, because you're putting him before what's best for yourself. Also, a lot of men will know your potential before you even do. And baby, if he is even a little bit intimidated by that potential, he will do everything in his power to stop you from reaching it, like getting you pregnant. Baby, men know exactly who to go for and who the fuck they can play with. They are very strategic.
Manipulator in the sense that I knew that I didn't want anything serious with this woman, and I knew she wanted something serious with me.
Right.
And instead of leaving her alone, I took what I could get out of it. And at the end of the day, when she was crying her tears, I could hide behind the fact that, hey, I told you what was up.
Yeah.
And that is the game plan and the strategy and the mindset that so many of us as men live by, is I told you what was up.
Yeah.
How can I be wrong if I'm telling you the truth?
Right.
Well, the truth is, just because you're an honest man doesn't make you a righteous man.
Right.
Your actions make you righteous. Your actions make you moral. So just because you tell somebody the truth, but you still go and do the wrong thing, your honesty doesn't absolve you from your guilt.
Stop giving away your energy. You ever been around a person and they just say, I'm better when I'm around you. You make my life better. They're stealing your energy and you're giving it away. Me, myself as a man, one of the many reasons you go around having sex with other women, is it still energy? I don't have the same type of feminine energy that a woman has. Every time I'm around a woman, I'm getting energy from her, balancing me out, soaking her up. When I'm in a long-term relationship, I'm using her energy to balance me out without really committing myself to that energy. I'm just using it like a vampire, sucking it up until I'm done using it.
What you just saw isn't just about dating struggles. This is about spiritual warfare on feminine energy. Women have been conditioned to believe that their worth is tied to how much they can give, how much they can sacrifice, how much they can endure. But exhaustion is not love. Struggle is not love. And when a woman is drained, she is easier to control, manipulate, and keep in this cycle that doesn't serve her. So let's talk about what happens when a woman is depleted. So she loses her ability to manifest. So what does that mean? That means that she stops attracting abundance. Her health declines. Her confidence fades. When a woman is drained, she can't focus on her goals. She can attract no money, opportunities, or the life that she deserves. A tired woman can't manifest, period. And that's exactly why energy vampires keep you stressed, because as long as you're exhausted, you are easier to control. And some men do not want love, they want access. Point blank, period. A fully activated feminine woman is powerful, she's magnetic, and she's abundant. She can manifest anything. And not only can she manifest anything, she can manifest effortlessly. And men who cannot build for themselves seek women who can. They don't pour into you, they just extract from you. They just take. But sis, you are not a source of free energy. You are a divine being. And the moment you recognize that, the entire game changes. And so does your life. The cycle of energy harvesting will continue for as long as women allow it. And here's where we as women need to take accountability, because the truth is no one can drain you without your permission. The moment you stop over giving, stop proving your worth, and start protecting your energy like the sacred resource that it is, okay? That is the moment you reclaim your divine feminine power. And that is the moment that you really step fully into your abundance, into your power. And you're going to start to manifest with ease and start to live the life that you truly desire. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt drained after dealing with a man? Have you ever noticed how your life changes when you remove the wrong people? And even deeper than that, you guys, have you ever recognized the ways you were contributing to your own energy loss? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. And if you're ready to wake up, if you're ready to reclaim your power and step into your highest feminine self, like this video and subscribe for more, because we're not here to play games in 2025, baby. It's time to step into our divine feminine energy and win the war. Ashe.